This Guy's Garage. Like and subscribe.
Oral questions, question orale, the Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
The Prime Minister is seen as a clown around the world at the moment. Whether you blame the former Liberal Speaker of the House for having recognized a former Nazi in Parliament, or whether you don't, well, either way, it took 5 days for the Prime Minister to stop hiding and avoiding his responsibility to defend Canada's reputation.
But whether you blame him or the Liberal Speaker for recognizing a Nazi on the floor of the House of Commons, we all agree that it took him 5 days while he hid under a rock and let our reputation be torn to tatters. Why was he more concerned about protecting his personal reputation rather than defending the nation's?
Honourable Leader, en chambre du gouvernement.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Every member of Parliament actually recognized that it was the Speaker's responsibility. That's why they called upon him to resign, and that's why he did resign. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
And for 5 days, the Prime Minister was in hiding. And he's in hiding from answering my questions today about the people who are starving. We've got 7 million Canadians who are not eating enough because of the price of food. 1.5 million going to food banks. Food banks across this country have lineups that go around the street never before seen. The middle class hungry is the new phenomenon the Prime Minister has brought us after 8 years in power. His solution? A radical quadrupling of the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre on the farmers and truckers who bring us our food. Will he finally adopt the Conservative common sense plan to axe the tax to bring home affordable food?
The Honourable President of the Treasury Board.
Actually, Mr. Speaker, I'd like to put the question to the opposition as to whether they will actually support Bill C-56, which is before the House, and instead of voting against every measure that goes to support Canadians, whether it is senior citizens, whether it is workers, whether it is small businesses, Mr. Speaker, the Conservatives have a choice, and we urge them to vote in favour of Bill C-56. Thank you.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
We've made our choice. We will axe the tax to bring home. Now, interestingly, Liberal members of Parliament from Atlantic Canada tell their constituents that they agree with me and not with the Prime Minister. When they're on the home front, they tell their constituents that they're on the Conservatives team to axe the carbon tax. But when they come here, they seem to forget their spinal cords at home and vote with the Prime Minister to quadruple the carbon tax to 61 cents a litre, which also applies to home heating. Will these Atlantic MPs find a spine, vote with us, axe the tax to bring home lower prices?
The Honourable Minister.
Mr. Speaker, residents of Edmonton Centre, indeed, Albertans across the province wrote to me about the fact that this summer, Mr. Speaker, like so many summers before, and going back, Mr. Speaker, they couldn't breathe the air this summer because of forest fires, Mr. Speaker. And what do the Conservatives want to do, Mr. Speaker? They want to cancel the child care benefit. They want to pull the CCB. They want to chop, chop, chop. This is the party of slash and burn. They're going to slash programs and let the planet burn. Shame on them.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
We're going to chop the carbon tax, Mr. Speaker. This Liberal member, just like his NDP coalition partners, have betrayed Albertans. Albertans who are ripped off by this carbon tax, just like people right across the country. That member, just like the NDP, decided to betray his constituents and vote for the Prime Minister's plan to dig deeper in the pockets of hardworking people. Will they abandon their reckless plan to quadruple the tax to 61 cents a litre and vote for our motion to do it next week?
The Honourable Minister.
tell you what's reckless is the conservative ideology that somehow pausing renewable projects is a good strategy. Mr. Speaker, I can tell you, people in my riding and in our province want us to lean in. They want clean electricity. They want reasonable electricity. They want hydrogen plants. Mr. Speaker, they want to be part of the economy of the future. These guys want to slash and burn. Shame on them. We're here to deliver for Albertans and for Canadians.
The Honourable Leader of the Official Opposition.
Monsieur le Président, aujourd'hui, le chef...
Mr. Speaker, today the leader of the bloc lost it because we highlighted the fact that on June 5th he voted to implement the second carbon tax, which applies to Quebec. He lost it because we mentioned the fact that one of his members, and I'm quoting, wants to radically increase the carbon tax on the backs of Quebecers. And I think he's going to lose it again in a few moments. I'm sure of it. Will the Prime Minister keep working with the leader of the Bloc Québécois and keep increasing taxes on the backs of Canadians?